Hello, hello, hello for the place, the thing. And I have a wonderful guest, Jesse, world famous singer.
Thank you.
I was able to nail him down. He was so busy touring with his songs. He finally landed in the Hamptons. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, darling. Thank you for having me here.
And you look so gorgeous.
Thank you very much. I dressed for you. This is especially all for Judy. I've been sort of really waiting for the right time to be here and just share these songs with you and everybody else. And it's just a special moment. So I have to thank you. And we're friends off camera, and it's only fitting that we get to do this in your show.
Right. We have to wait for good things. So I'm curious, how did you get to sing? When did you start singing?
Well, you know, like most singers, I started singing in church. The Little Drummer Boy was my solo song, and very early on you realize that you can sing and people listen to you and they kind of go, oh, and that brought me to, I kept singing on the side, and in a choir. I was in what we call a tuna, which is a traditional Spanish band, and that's very, very common in college. Then I auditioned for a singer, a very famous singer, Carmita Jimenez. She's since passed away. And I landed a gig as one of her background vocalists. Started touring with her all through Latin America, and that really was a great experience for somebody who was just 15 years old. And that sort of just exposed me to that kind of a world and really made me realize that this is something that I can do. It was fun for a couple of years, and then she had all these plans. They were going to be making a tour, and she was changing her image. They wanted me to be one of her co-singers, and they were, into the new generation. I was 15 at the time. And at the time, I discovered New York, and I had friends in New York, and I sort of felt that, do I want to do this in Puerto Rico? Do I actually want to do this internationally? So I very graciously turned it down and came to New York with $80 in my pocket. And 26 years later, here I am sitting with you, and I don't regret my decision. I've been able to do a lot of great things out here and have a very full life. And
so what you're telling me, that you are from Puerto Rico?
That's where I was born.
That's when you were born.
Yes. I've been here 25 years. And I think at this point,
What about the language? You learned it here or there?
I could speak English, that you learn in school. I was a very good student. But the funny story, I moved to New York City, the Village, 1986. And I could speak grammar. I could speak very proper English. But somebody comes over to me and he goes, "What's up?" And I looked at him like,
what does that mean?
I beg your pardon? What are you trying to say? So it took me a couple of other years to really speak slang, It is just part of the process.
Really speak American.
American, exactly.
Yes.
That's right. But it was meant to be, like moving to New York without really knowing anybody and just simply knowing your way and just wanting to be part of it. Also, New York was a very different place back in 1986. So it just felt very naturally. I never really felt like it was a struggle. It was just one of those things that was just very much meant to be.
So what type of songs do you like to sing?
I have a bit of a love for electronica, and this is what I did the first 10 years that I was doing music. I was a DJ in New York, very much part of that whole club scene. But you mellow out, you grow out of things. I love jazz. And basically, a good melody, it's really all that takes to get me started.
A good melody, that's what I like, a good melody. And you brought along your own accompanist.
I have my own keyboardist player. He's my boyfriend, Fred, who I love. And the funny story about how we got together, we met, we fell in love, we were dating, and then all of a sudden, I am sitting at this party, and I'm in some room, and I hear the tickling of the ivories, and I'm thinking, oh, someone's playing the piano. Wow, let's see who it is. So I run to this room, and Fred is playing the piano, and I'm thinking, what were you waiting to tell me that you could actually play? This is 2 years after having met each other. So another one of those things that kind of happens for a reason, and you sort of go, wow, this was so meant to be. So we play a lot, we rehearse, and it's one of those things that we have very close to our heart. So it really is a pleasure to be able to share these songs, especially these songs that we have ready for you tonight.
I have a soft spot in my heart for piano players also.
There's a lot to love, what can I tell you?
So how about giving us a song, one of the songs that you like to sing? What's the name of it?
Absolutely. This first song is, it's called Hamburg Song. It's a song by, has to be one of our favorite bands. Their name is Keen, it's a British band. And this song we heard for the first time, we went to see the band live. They were previewing the song, and from that moment that we first heard that song, we kind of had a soft spot for it, and we kind of felt that it was very, very right for us. We started playing with it, and we've sort of made our own version of it, and I hope you like it.
Oh, well, let's hear it.
Okay, darling. I don't wanna be adored, don't wanna be first in line, make myself heard. I'd like to shine a little light, to shine a light on my life, make yourself feel loved. Be the only one you know. I wanna be the place you call home and lay myself down and make it so that you don't want to know. I take much more than I've ever asked for. Will you see me in the end? Or is this just a waste of time, trying to be your friend, to shine, 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 shine a little light, shine a light on my life, make you young again. Fool, I wonder if you know yourself at all. You know that it could be so simple to lay myself down and make it so that you don't wanna know. You take much more than I'd ever asked for. Say a word or two to brighten my day. You know that it could be so simple to lay myself down cannot ever ask for.
Oh, that was beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you take any singing lessons?
Great story. I come from a very musical family. One of my cousins is a very accomplished composer, director. He's worked in his heyday. He worked with Barbra Streisand, Frank Sinatra. We're talking the big leagues. So I do come from a very musical family, and part of our coming of age was going to music school. However, little Jesse could do many things, but the one thing that I didn't have the patience for was to actually learn to read music, which was a big outrage for my family because everybody can actually, this is what we do. So I was a little bit of the black sheep, but it turns out that I was, I think, blessed with a voice. So that was my instrument. So in a family that they play the piano, they played, guitar, percussion. I never played any instrument, but it turns out that the instrument was inside of
But
me
I
all
noticed
along.
that you have complete control of your voice,
Thank
and
you.
you're using it like you would take lessons.
Thank
So
you, my
it's-
love. No, it was just, it's just very much like Fred. Fred is a keyboardist who simply just, he can pick it up. It's from his heart. So I guess
Yeah.
some of the best musicians, this is the gift that you have, and
Right,
you were one of those people.
that you don't study it, you just have it.
Yeah, very
Yes.
lucky. When you realize, that you can always sort of, even in the times of darkness, of fear, of tension, or pressure, you can just simply just hum a song along, and that
Yeah.
is something so great to have, So I'm very grateful for
I
having
noticed
you.
that whenever I'm like driving by myself, that I'm always humming some song is in my head. I don't even know where it comes from, but it's just
Yeah,
it's just there.
It's a gift. It's a gift from the world. So it's great.
So you mentioned you're from Puerto Rico, and then you were in Manhattan, and then you're in the Hamptons. How did you end up in the Hamptons?
Like so many things, very much meant to be. I worked in retail and high end, just selling, very exclusive brand name sunglasses and glasses, just like the ones you're wearing right now.
The ones I'm wearing,
Beautiful.
yes.
Being in the city for so long, 20 years, the city changed a lot. I noticed the changes, and Fred purchased a house out here, and that became our weekend home. And I would come to see him and visit him, but leaving was breaking my heart. I could not get on that train without crying. And so I had to do something. And as happy as I was in the city and as good a job as I had in the city, there had to be something out here. So I started talking to people, and I heard through the grapevine that they were hiring at this company out in the West End, in the East End. I interviewed, and I just put it out there. I said, if it's meant to be, I'll get the job. And who knows? I got the job.
I love that attitude. If it was meant to be.
If it's meant to be, and if
yes.
if it's going to be good for you, which
Yeah.
is the way that I do most things in my life. Just kind of like, just don't fret, just let it all run its
And
course.
you're very good at what you do, selling eyeglasses.
Thank you, my love.
Yes.
I enjoy it. I would say,
Yeah.
like second to singing. I
Yeah.
definitely, it's what I was born to do. I enjoy it very much. So,
Yes.
when you do something that you love, that's all. Everything falls in
have
place.
you and Fred had written anything yourselves?
We actually have had a couple of little melody lines here and there. The problem, or not the problem, but the situation is that we are both we're music lovers. That's one reason that one thing that got us together. But we are also, we figure, if we're going to be making some music, if we're going to be playing music, okay, what's best? To sing something that's okay, that needs some work, or to be able to perform and sing songs that are written by the masters, by the great pop songwriters. So maybe one day we'll have a song that will feel confident enough.
I'll give you a song. I'm a songwriter.
then that's it. It's official. We have the whole world now as witnesses. So next time we
Yes.
play here, it might be one of your songs.
Oh, I would like that. It would be great. So far you've been just singing other people's works.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I would like to hear another one.
I would love to play you another song. This one song, that's probably the first one that we really kind of sort of felt, wow, we could do something here. It's a song from a Canadian singer. Her name is Brandy Carlisle. The song is called The Story. It's a very special song to me because I dedicate this song to Fred. So I hope you like it.
Oh, well, let me see if I like it.
I'm sure you'll tell me. The Story. All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything if you've got no one to tell them to. It's true. I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swallowed the swamp, the ocean blue. I crossed all the law and I broke all the rules, but baby, I broke them all for you. Because even when I was fly broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000 you do. I was made for you. And all of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I've got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you've got no one to tell them to. It's true. I was made for you. You see the smile that's on my mouth. It's hiding the words that won't come out. All of the brides who think that I'm blessed, they don't know my head is a mess. No, they don't know who I really am, and they don't know what I've been through like you do. I was made for you. Oh yes, it's strong, and I was made for you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Darling.
And you have such a rich voice. It really blends in.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
darling. Thank you.
Beautiful.
This is such a great treat for me to be able to sing it for you, meeting you and people with light, people with such a great energy. That makes all the difference. It brings the talent. It brings all this great energy. So I have to thank you as much as you have to thank me. So it goes both ways.
Great, great. So, do you have any siblings?
I do. I'm the eldest of three. A brother and a sister. They're younger. My brother, he was involved with music for a long time. He was a manager for road merengue bands. He was the road manager for Olga Tañón, who was a very famous merengue singer for many years, and he can also sing
Puerto Rico.
in Puerto Rico. He can also sing. Everybody's in Puerto Rico.
You're the only stray dog.
I was the one who broke the pattern. I just said to them, "I'll be right back."
Yeah.
And that was 25 years ago, and they're still waiting for me to show up. And but you know, like so many things, it just kind of meant to be. You know,
And I'm sure you go back many times.
I do. Christmas in Puerto Rico, there's nothing like it. If you've never been, you
No.
owe it to yourselves because the food, there's nothing like it. And there's music everywhere. And it really is a very special time. And, you know, I've been to many places in the world during Christmas time, and it's usually very family, very inwards everywhere you go. But in Puerto Rico, as family as it is, it's just fun and party time and a lot of stuff going on. So if you've never been to Puerto Rico in the Christmas time,
Never.
come with me.
Okay, I'll put it on my calendar. Christmas, going with Jesse to Puerto Rico.
That's right.
And Fred, where are you from?
I grew up in Long Island in Nassau County.
Uh-huh.
And so I've been a Long Islander my whole life.
And where in Nassau County?
New Hyde Park.
Oh, that's a fancy,
New Hyde Park.
that's the North Shore.
Kind of in the middle there between North
Because
and
I
South.
used to live on the South Shore
Right.
in Baldwin.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's nice there.
Yes, and they used to always tease me that, you know, I'm from the North Shore, you're from the South Shore.
Oh,
you know.
God. You see, Fred and I met in the city. When I met Fred, he was living in Jamaica States. And we really didn't, for the longest time, think that we would ever not live in New York. It's just things change. Manhattan and the city has changed so much through the years. So it was just one of those natural moves. We're actually now in the South Shore, and we love it. We love Long Island. It's a beautiful,
Oh, yes, I love the Hamptons.
beautiful piece of land. The light is special, and the fact that it really, you understand why so many people choose to spend their summers out here, because there is really nothing like it. It's just a beautiful piece of land. The beaches are amazing, and there's so much to do. A little culture, and you know, great restaurants, and just the beautiful geography. How could you go wrong? So
know,
I think
you
we're
can't.
here. I think we're here for the duration. Yeah, I don't think we're going anywhere.
Great. So you live here now all year?
Yeah, we're here year round and working in the Hamptons. I like not being right on the Hamptons because in the summertime it's nice to just sort of go home
I
and
know
come
it
back.
gets very crowded.
It gets a little much, you know, especially you know the July and August. It's just a lot.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
just have to give yourself extra time to get places.
Yes, a lot of extra time. Definitely.
Well, no matter what anybody says, I really like it here.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yes,
it really
it
is.
is.
I don't think there's very few places in the world that have that offer as much as they do, as East Hampton, as the Hamptons do, and just very interesting people and different. What a mixture, you know.
So there is time for one more song.
Okay, I think we can do that.
And
This song that I'm about to sing for you is classic, Summertime by George Gershwin.
oh, wow.
This is
that
the song. Do you like that song?
Yes, yes.
Summertime is close to me because it was the first sort of recording that I went in the studio, and we did a bit of a reggae version, which I'll play for you at some time. And it played in a couple of clubs downtown, and it was really fun. But the version we're doing tonight is just a jazzy version, and when a song like that, all you need is the voice and the piano and a captive audience.
Take it away, Jesse.
Thank you, darling. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna ride up singing. Then you spread your wings and you take to the sky. But till that morning, nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mommy standing by. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.